What's up, y'all? It's the B.K.F podcast, and today we're breaking down bullying. So let's get into it. Okay, we got Mr. Mario here, the executive director. So our question is, what would you do if a youth member came to you and told you that they were getting bullied?
I'm gonna ask them what the other child or children have done to them, so that we can make sure they are actually identifying bullying in the right way. Because they'll think that somebody, saying one thing to them or another is bullying. I gotta make sure they're actually degrading them or trying to fight them or making them feel less than. Then we'll know if it's bullying or not. I'll tell Ms. Roslyn what's going on. We probably would call one of their parents and let them know there's a zero tolerance for bullying at the Boys and Girls Club, and then there'll be some disciplinary action that follows whatever children are bullying their child. Because we want to have a safe, inclusive, and engaging environment for all kids that come to the Boys and Girls Club.
How do you define bullying?
Anything that makes another person feel less than. So whether it's talking about them, their physical attributes, or the clothing that they wear, the way they talk, anything of that nature that can make them feel like they're not equal to everyone else that's around.
Okay, so aside from the club, like, you are a father, right?
Mm-hmm.
So even though I know this wouldn't happen because your son he's something. If he came to you and told you that he was getting bullied and somebody is physically, bullying him, what would be your first reaction?
Similar to my reaction at the club, I would ask him what have they been doing to him, why does he feel like he's being bullied? And I would ask who is the child, and if it's somebody at school, I would make the school. If we actually characterize it as bullying, I would go to the school, notify them of what's going on, tell them the child's name, and see if they could rectify the issue before we do anything else. Because my son will fight, so I want to make sure that he sees that I'm doing something to try to fix the issue before he tries to take it into his own hands.
Which we know he will.
Honestly, I'll let my son fight.
Why would you let your son fight? Before you investigate or try to help, why do you think fighting would be the first?
I feel like that's taking a long route. Like, if my son telling me he getting like physically bullied, and I gotta go to the school and all that, that's still gonna take time, and they're gonna continue to do it.
Okay.
So I'd rather end the problem there
than
let it keep going.
But I think me being a person that used to fight when I was younger, we want to help the kids to understand that you can't solve everything with fighting, especially when you get older, because right now, if me and Mr. Rich have an issue, we decide to fight, the consequences are going to be much more severe for both of us. Even if he's antagonizing me first on him, if we start fighting, we both going to go to jail.
So what do you think is the best result for bullying? If your kid decides to handle it on his own?
Either stay away from the person, confront him, like, hey, you're not going to bully me or talk to me this way. Let someone know that's older than him, let them handle it. Because the consequences usually that adults come with are more severe than y'all just fighting. Like, that's over in 30 minutes. I mean, not really 30 minutes, like 30 seconds. But if it's when adults handle it, it's suspensions going on. You got to notify your parents. If you're in school, you get an ISS. There's a lot more things that they can do, a lot more steps that they take other than two kids just fighting, and then it's over real fast.
What advice would you give to someone that is suffering a mental illness from bullying?
Talk to somebody. Find someone that you trust to talk to, so you don't have to keep going through that. So find a caring adult, a friend, somebody that's ready to listen to you without judgment, and that'll help you.
Okay, how do you think that they could build their self-esteem back up?
That's a great question. Probably need to get some therapy. I would say get some therapy, seek some help, start working out, drinking water, doing things to clear your mind.
Okay, so
I got a question.
But black people say they don't believe in therapy. They just, go on with their life. So, do you think therapy actually works?
Yeah, I believe it works. I think we all need somebody to talk to. And therapy don't mean all the time it has to be like a licensed professional. Sometimes it can be your barber, the person that does your hair. It could be your mama. It can be your cousin, just somebody that you can confide in. that can give you some sound advice.
What about journaling? Do you think journaling helps?
Yeah, journaling is always great. Or finding some kind of creative outlet. Journaling, drawing, anything that's creative that you can do to kind of free yourself from what's going on is always good.
All right. What's the worst form of bullying, and what would you do to stop it?
The worst form, I think the worst form is it's like a gang of people, like a few people on one person, and they have to deal with it coming from all different angles. Um, well, how did it stop it if it was somebody doing it to me or
No, in general, like, what would you do to stop it?
what if I'm
Like,
an
like,
adult
like,
and
stop it from happening.
stop it from happening? I don't believe a person is in control of the other person's actions. But if it was happening to me, I would just try to stay away from them people. I mean, you choose who you're around. So I would, in this, if following me around, I would tell them the adults to keep following me around. And at some point, I would have to continue to tell the adults until I could try to figure a way that we could make it stop. But I figured somebody would listen to you if you're going to the right person, people in authority, over and over again about this.
So how do we know that? How do we know who's the right person to tell that to?
You have because the adults. I mean, this is their job is to make sure that you're safe. So if you have a program person, you got people at the Boys and Girls Club, you got principals in schools, you got teachers. It's all of their jobs to keep you safe. And if they're not doing their job, make sure you let your parents know or us here at the Boys and Girls Club know because it's all of our adults' job to keep y'all safe. So that's how you know anybody that's an adult that should be able to help you.
Okay, but like for people like my age or younger, when we tell you get considered like a snitch or something, so it'll make it worse. Once the like a little suspension from the person, they'll end up coming. They'll end up coming back. So what do you think? What I'm saying if it continues to happen, like what do you think then you should do? Do you think you should take it in your own hands or continue to tell a trusted adult?
Well, continue to tell a trusted adult. I don't want to condone you taking it into your own hands, but you can't have it to where it's physical, be somebody beating you up, and you keep telling somebody and they just keep beating on you.
Right.
You can't allow that to happen. But make sure that you're covering your tracks by first talking to somebody, making sure they document it, and then if they just beating on you every day, you gotta defend yourself at some point. But you never go out seeking to fight. You're seeking to defend yourself. You don't want them to keep hurting you. So at some point, you have to stand up to them in that way.
Why do you think people are bullies?
Because I think people bully usually because a few reasons. I think one is that they have low self esteem, so they're trying to make themselves feel cool or be with whatever crowd they want to be in and look cool to those people. Sometimes it's just that they admire the other person and they're jealous of the other person and they don't really know how to express themselves, so that'll cause people to bully. Um, Sometimes they're just angry inside. They're looking for somebody to take it out on. They got some other issues that's going on. They may not be receiving the attention they want at home. They may not be tight with their siblings. They may have some other things that they're dealing with, mental health things that you don't know about. It's the only way to express themselves. It's lashing out on other people.
Yeah, I agree with that. Cause in fifth grade, I was a bully myself.
Okay.
So, and the reason I felt like that I did it was because I wanted to fit in, but I was trying to fit in with the wrong crowds. Like, and then it happened to me. Like, I used to get bullied, so I felt like, okay, I'm gonna make somebody feel how I was feeling.
Yeah.
So I would do it to other people, and eventually, like, I realized, like, that's not cool. Like, why would I want to make somebody be hurt and going through what I was going through too?
Absolutely.
But I was hurt, so I was hurting people too.
That's a lot of times how it works with a lot of things as we have these conversations. Usually people that are already hurt try to hurt others to make them feel what they feel.
I just feel like, about bullying. It's just bad in general, but I don't really have no say so because I've never been bullied or I've never bullied anybody. But I've stood up to bullies for other people, like out of the kindness of my heart. But other than that,
Yeah.
Do you think bullying depends on the age? Like, do you think it happens more in high school or like middle school, elementary?
I don't know where it happens more, but I think it's everywhere. It's in all age groups, even in college, even in adulthood. People getting bullied. From the time people can understand right from wrong and communicate to the time you know or older, so people are getting bullied. I see it in adults. I see it all around. So it's just one of those things that needs to just stop.
Do you think bullying happens at work?
Yeah, in my career, I've seen it.
Okay, do you what about like in your homes?
In my house, nah, I don't think so. It's just a little kid and me. So I can't. I'm not bullying my son. I'm just being a dad.
How do you think bullying works at like home and work and stuff? How do you think that happens?
At work, I see it. People try to fit into the whatever the cool crowd is at work. So sometimes they'll make a person like the oddball out or pick at that person, or not include them on certain conversations. And you have like little groups of people that are the cool kids, and it's just like high school or college. Group of whoever considered the cool people, then the other people that are kind of like the out people, then the new people. It's kind of like, oh, they don't know nothing. We ain't gonna fool with them. So I seen that in my career. Yeah, in this work and the other work I've done.
Do you feel
Even at
like
church, even in my job, when I work at a church. Even there, it's just like the new people treated a certain type of way. Then whoever's considered the most productive people there get the most things done, they treat them a whole different type of way.
do you feel like a person can like ever grow out of bullying?
Yeah, I don't think it's to grow out. I think it's you make a decision. You just mature as a person. This is a sign of immaturity that you want to pick at other people, make them feel less than they are. So you just got to grow up. So I think you grow up and realize that it's not a positive thing.